Welcome back to CASTPERGERS. I'm Eli Halpern, and this is Mike Eaton. And we're fucking bored.
I'm Mike Eaton.
Everything's closed. What is everyone doing with their life? Like, you just gotta sit home, and you got your fridge and your TV, and like those are the two things you're not supposed to do: is eat a bunch and just absorb.
When are you not supposed
content.
to do those? Like in life?
I mean, I try not to do that much. You know, if someone eats a lot and watches a lot of TV, they look like that.
Yeah, this is nice. You aren't worried that you're gonna run out of food and then die because you're so sickly thin that you can see your abs.
I'm not worried about running out of food. I'm worried about everyone going broke and killing each other. And I'm worried about everything. I'm worried about so many things. I
know you have so much anxiety.
I don't know how everyone's... I'm going to be okay. Mm-hmm. I'm just worried about the world. And I don't want to have to start carrying a gun.
When did you start caring about other people?
I don't know, man. It's a weird thing. It's been like... I'm like looking down on other people. Oh, you guys are socializing? So you don't care about humanity. And then I'm not like trying to be on a high horse. This is how I actually feel. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm jealous that they all have people to hang out with. Maybe it's because...
That's creepy.
I don't know.
I don't know either. You've never cared about people before. So it's interesting to hear.
I just don't want to be... I don't want to be on the wrong side of history. That's the main thing.
It's the same way I feel about old people. Like, I hate old people as a collective. Like, that guy that hit my car the other day. I was in line at fucking Chick-fil-A, and the dude in front of me runs into the car in front of him, and then starts to reverse. I reverse to get out of his way, but I can only go so far because we're in a fucking line. And then and I'm just laying on my horn, and he still backs into the front of my car. He doesn't even get out. He doesn't do anything. And like the Chick-fil-A workers are just like, oh, sorry. He has a walker in his passenger seat.
Yeah, someone was like commenting on something on Facebook on one of my posts, like, oh yeah, you're talking shit about the boomers, but the millennials are the retards. And I'm like, at least they know how to drive.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are sexually attractive.
Yeah.
No old people are good looking.
That's not true. But
wait, I thought you were a pedophile, not a...
I think both ends.
Not the other spectrum.
But no, so like I have a tough time because it's very rare that I hate someone on an individual level, but I hate the old as a collective. Like, I like the idea of the coronavirus killing off all of the old independents.
I think I hate individual old people. But then when I think about
like the actual old people that would be affected by that, it makes me sad. So like, I'm a terrible person in theory, but in practice, I'm a good person.
I just think everyone's getting fucked. Not even just the old people.
Once since the quarantine started.
Oh, that's all I've been doing.
Yeah.
I've been having a good quarantine.
Well, I've been enjoying the fridge and the TV. They've been fucking me pretty good. Yeah,
you put me on those Quest pizzas that are like low carb. Those are really fucking good, actually.
Oh, yeah, you just can't eat 40 of them.
I mean, it's better than eating 40 regular pizzas.
Well, you can't do that because they're filling. These Quest pizzas.
They don't fill you up enough?
3 do.
I mean, they're not
I
huge.
cut them into just 4 slices. Just, how you guys...
This is delicious, by the way.
Yeah.
What is it, just Coca-Cola and cherry-flavored whiskey?
It's Jim Beam Red Stag, which is their black cherry one.
Are you trying to stay sober at all? Or are you trying to go overboard? Or what's your mentality on substance consumption during this pandemic?
Well, I've had, like, a couple of days, because I'm used to drinking a lot at bars and stuff for shows. There's no bars or shows. And I bought some liquor, and I went to a little, very small St. Patrick's Day thing. And it was probably a bad idea, but I just couldn't stand not being around people. And
yeah, all you have to do is not do what humans are programmed to do and socialize.
Yeah, and even though I have roommates and stuff, it's just still...
Yeah, fuck
But so I went over for St. Patrick's Day, and we drank a bunch there. And, like, started drinking early today. But that's because we're hanging out and doing podcasts. Yeah, and we're using hand sanitizer. But, yeah, I got that Sandy on deck, son. But, no, like, I'm not going overboard. I'm chilled out on psychedelics until all of this stuff's over.
Yeah, on day one, I was like, oh, I have a day of absolutely nothing to do. I'm doing acid.
Yeah.
And that was cool. And I was like, I was with my lady, and we were just having a good time, and everything was fine. And then the next day, she was like, let's do blow. And I was like, that's a terrible idea. And she's like, I'll get it. And I was like, fuck, okay. Mm-hmm. And then we did acid again. And the thing about acid is it gives you the ability to see the universe. And then cocaine gives you the ability to get anxiety about all of it.
Terrible mixture.
So, yeah, it was a bad... For, like, I was just stuck in a time loop for, like, 3 or 4 hours. Just like, the world's going to fucking end. Everyone's going to be replaced by robots. We're all going to die. The government's going to start killing its citizens. And
well, the thing you have to do... Because you can use cocaine to turn off acid if you do enough of it. But you also have to, like, drink pretty heavily with it, too. Because booze and cocaine kill acid pretty quickly.
I don't think anything kills acid.
It kills you being overwhelmed by it. Like, if you're having too much of an acid trip...
That's never happened to me.
Having, like, a bad trip... Yeah, I'm talking about for pussies.
I've heard benzodiazepines make you stop hallucinating as much.
I think you just stop remembering what's going on, so it's not that bad. Just kind of turns the save portion off.
I've said I'm giving up on fitness. There's no point in trying to stay in shape.
Hell yeah.
That's gonna be so fucking hard to do.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun when we're both fat. We're gonna have.
I have the most abs I've ever had in my life right now.
That's disgusting.
And I've been feeling really good. I've been working out a fuck ton.
Yeah.
I've been working out like at least once a day.
Yeah.
Usually twice.
It's disgusting.
Just feeling great. And now I'm just like, Someone play video games in the next room?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, now I'm just like, I went on a run today for about 5 minutes, and then I did like 20 push-ups and 30 alternating lunge jumps. That span was about 7 minutes of working out.
I had a dream that I was doing push-ups, and I woke up and did part of a push-up in my bed. It's like, yeah, these still work, and then went back to sleep. We are not the same.
I've been having weird fucking dreams every night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like good,
like awkward sex dreams.
Oh, that's fun.
I never have good sex dreams. It's always very awkward sex dreams.
I don't really ever have sex dreams.
The only time I've ever had a nocturnal emission, I was in boarding school and I hadn't jerked off for 2 weeks. And I woke up and there was cum all over the inside of my boxers.
Uh-huh.
And the dream I was having was I was at this mall and no one was in it, and I was just laying on the floor humping it.
I totally thought you were going to say, and I just walk in with a gun. And I'm just laying people out. And I woke up, there's just cum everywhere.
No, those are lucid dreams. I'm going to start focusing on lucid dreaming more.
We should get some Hooperzine off Amazon.
What is that?
Hooperzine A helps you with lucid dreaming.
Never heard of it, and I doubt it, but let's try.
Or the placebo effect of it.
Well, convince me that it works, and then let's buy it.
Yeah, it's fucking cheap. So
what else are you going to do?
I think the only thing that worries me is that I have a crippling addiction to these stupid puff bars. And I go through one about every 24 hours. And they are getting pricier and pricier.
Is that tobacco?
Nicotine. But
yeah, that's what I meant.
I want to quit them, but I also don't want to become like a rage panda for 4 or 5 days.
Just get the patches, man.
Those aren't going to work. It's not about that. It's about wanting to smoke something. And every time that I quit nicotine, I smoke so much weed that I become functionally retarded.
I've been getting there.
I can smoke.
You know what I like to do, though? If you take a Camel Crush and then you break the filter, if someone ever offers me one of those, I'll take it.
Oh, so
and then I'll just suck on it. And they'll be like, do you want a light? And I'm like, no, I don't smoke. And then I'll just suck the menthol out of the filter. And
I've
I'll
got a
just
Camel Crush in my penis. just squeeze it and then suck on it.
Not breaking.
Don't light it. Find a ball. This is a big one. That hurt to think about. I used to smoke the Camel menthols with the Crush ball.
Menthol kidney stones?
Because it was like double menthol. And we all used to joke. One of my buddies said it was like smoking a can of a tube of toothpaste. And I said it was like sucking Frosty's dick. And that was, people would be like, why do you smoke those? And that was like our sales pitch. Why we enjoyed these. I was like, it's like sucking Frosty's dick. They're like, you like that? And I was like, Well, and a cigarette, it's very cold.
I tried to get addicted to cigarettes at one point. I bought a pack of Newports.
Great choice.
And I just started trying to chain smoke them. Mm-hmm. And I think I went I think I went through like 4 or 5 in 2 days. And then I was just like, this is disgusting. Why do people do this? I couldn't do it.
So I got into smoking regularly because I started drinking regularly. And drinking and smoking go hand in hand because you can stand outside, smoke, chat with people, and drink. And it's a great way to meet other people. So now you have a lighter? Sure. And then you're talking to someone. I'm terrible at talking to people with no reason to talk to them. Like, you know that Louis joke where he's like, anything you say to a girl is stupid because it's just you trying not to say, like, oh, I'm going to fuck your face.
Yeah.
Like, he worded it perfectly because I can't approach people because it's like, what am I going to, like, hello, I would like to talk to you. Like, that's so weird.
I'm on that end of the spectrum.
Yeah, I just like to sit there and then if something comes up, I'll say something.
Oh, a reason.
Yeah. I don't know if that's autism or social anxiety or just I'm retarded.
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like more people meet through doing unhealthy stuff than healthy stuff.
Oh, that's one of my favorite things about drugs.
I've never met anyone from the gym.
I've never met anybody from the gym, but I've met people from like healthy
I'm very antisocial. If I see someone I know and they say hi and then they start to like ask me questions, I'll be like, "Oh, why are you doing this?" Mm-hmm. Jiu-jitsu gym is different though. That's cool. Everyone there is super cool, and you have to talk to each other. But like the regular gym, just like I'm just trying to go there.
Do you have to touch?
I'm trying to pretend.
Like holding each other. Do you like whisper to them?
Pinky up the butt. But he.
I want to put you in normal.
Poo poo plata.
Oh, you have such good side control. Give me a north-south choke.
Like I would never hit on a girl at the gym.
No, they smell bad.
Terrifying. Even if a girl hit on me at the gym, I'd be like,
I would say yes anywhere.
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't be a dick, but I would be like, visibly, like my face would just be like, what are you doing here? Why are you? What's going on here? I'm just trying to. I look at my phone half the time in the gym too, just so I can pretend that I'm not in public.
Yeah,
I'll just finish my set and I'll be like, oh, it's still that time. All right.
That's good.
I don't know.
I listen to music.
Yeah,
and
same.
I like to stare at myself in the mirror. I make cool faces.
I always wonder what kind of music people are listening to in the gym.
I listen to exclusively super girly pop.
I listen to Jamiroquai.
I listen to like Britney Spears.
Like jazz and funk and disco.
Sometimes I'll put on like really heavy metal if I'm doing free weights because it feels better to hear like screaming angry people. But if I'm just doing normal stuff, it's like...
You really listen to Britney Spears?
Like, oh, have you ever run to Toxic? It's a good...
It's a good riff.
I don't run to it often, clearly. I'm just saying, like, you know...
Once every several years?
I was doing a bunch of cocaine with a buddy, and we were, like, driving, and I was like... You know, sometimes when you've done too much, you start to feel like a tightness in your chest. You're like, ooh, too much cocaine. And so I was like... And he was like, you want to stop and do some push-ups? And I laughed so hard I almost had to pull over. I was like, I don't think push-ups would... I think
that's
kill me.
The opposite.
If I did push-ups, I would die. Like...
You probably almost died by laughing that hard, too.
Nah, it felt great. It fixed it. Laughter cures everything.
Things that kill you often feel good. In small doses.
Yeah. But it wasn't a small giggle. It wasn't like a hee-hee.
What if you got shot in the head in the perfect way? It felt amazing.
That's probably possible. But there's a way you could, like, have it, like, bounce off something and then just barely tap your skull so that it pushes it on, like, your good juices. And then you're stuck just, like, coming constantly.
What if...
Could you imagine, like, those people that have, like, persistent orgasm syndrome? Like, you get shot and you get that. And become a superhero at the same time. You can fly, but you're constantly coming. Because you got shot.
Like, remember when that whole belt around the neck was a thing? People would jerk off with a belt around their neck. And, like, kids were dying from it. And
hell yeah.
Yeah, what if people just shooting themselves in the head to get off?
I think like you couldn't like put like a hole in it. That always fucks stuff up. You remember that guy that got the spear through his head?
That's
like railroad thing through his head, and it changed his personality.
What?
Like severed his corpus callosum. So like,
is that where you're from?
No, that's in South Texas, and it's gross. He became like a different person. He got like angry like quickly later, and with a little bit of a tartar.
I've heard of people hitting their head and forgetting their entire life until that point.
Sounds nice.
I've heard of people waking up with Chinese accents.
Tom Segura special.
Yeah. I heard about that before that, though. But he had a good thing on that.
Yeah, he does the coming thing, too. He's the funniest.
When does his special come out?
Next week.
Dude, Bert Kreischer's special was hilarious.
Yeah, he's very funny.
I was having trouble paying attention because of all the marijuana, but...
It blows my mind how much stuff he can say.
He gets away with a lot of stuff.
I mean, he was recording in Cleveland, and
do black people like him?
Yeah. I assume.
Because I see a lot of people on Facebook like, oh, these racist white people, blah, blah. I wonder if they're talking about him.
Trying to think if it's ever come up in a conversation.
Like that one joke where he's like, nerd alert. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I said it in my head, like trying to get the joke.
Yeah.
But I think he's the greatest storyteller in comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Man, weed is great. I smoked some more moon rocks right before I walked back out here. Those things are incredible. I think it is insane what they've done with weed out here. Like just all
and
like,
everywhere else.
Well, no, like still in Texas. Like even like I have like a very cool weed dealer in Austin, and he has like cartridges still in the package from like Rove and fucking Stizzy and like name brand shit.
I don't know what that means.
Those are kinds of cartridges.
Roe v. Wade.
Perfect. That abortion kush, but like Rove is a brand. R-O-V-E.
You should repost our T-shirt thing.
Oh yeah.
Guys, remember that? The legalize it abortion
t-shirts.
shirt with the fetus and the lighter?
In the joint that people were very upset about?
I've had a few people ask me where to buy it.
bit.ly/abortion shirt. Capital A, capital S.
bit.ly/abortion shirt.
We'll put it in the show notes. What?
Is it case sensitive?
Yeah, A and S have to be capitalized. Because it's Bitly.
Because what?
Bitly. It's a link shortener. So you don't have to go to like the whole Teespring link.
Oh, yeah.
You can just type in Bitly abortion shirt.
The capitals narrow it down for sure.
Yeah, but that way someone else, if they wanted to sell an abortion shirt, could do it with a lowercase a and a lowercase s.
So what's your plan for 2 weeks from now?
Hopefully I die. I don't know. I gotta figure out like a job. And I was so comfortable in this last job, and I got a fucking hand tattoo, and I bleached my hair and do all of the drugs. So I have to drug test or type up a resume. I've had a resume in fucking 7 or 8 years. And I have all these skills, but I'm an interview guy. So now I gotta
just make one up.
Yeah.
I worked at several mortgage brokerages just lying about my experience.
I want to make a really funny one that say that I graduated from Harvard and that I was a senior engineer at NASA, and then I want to use it to apply to entry level positions.
Yeah,
just
do
see
that.
what people say.
In this economy,
it would be hilarious.
Look, I'm really overqualified for this job, but I'll take $80K a year, I guess.
Everything is shut down though. No one's hiring right now for anything.
Yeah.
Except for one of the things that got posted I saw was if you wanted to go do cleanup of infected areas.
No thanks.
It's I don't like cleaning my house.
What does infected areas mean? Just a bunch of
I didn't read much more into it.
COVID people
to clean, and
shitting in an alley?
Oh, that sounds hilarious. I would go to that if I could shoot them with a paintball gun.
I can't believe there's a global pandemic right now and everything's just shut down. I keep forgetting. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do anything. And neither can anyone else. Anywhere.
I went to buy liquor yesterday, and there was a guy at the Stater Brothers in a full fucking giant face mask with the two
like Walter White.
I didn't never watch it. I gotta do that during the quarantine. I should watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I already
we can talk about it. and then he had on like a like plastic trench coaty looking bottom thing. He was overdone. We were all making fun of him, but you know, I can't imagine he's gonna take everything in his giant super full cart and disinfect it before he puts it in his car. So he's gonna take the virus that can last for 3 hours on the surface, and then
I thought it was 6 days.
The thing I saw from The Who today said that they're still making music and now they're doing stuff with diseases for some reason. Like, hey, you remember every CSI intro? We wrote those, and also the disease can last for 3 hours on a surface.
Have you seen every episode of Louis?
Yeah, at some point.
Do you remember that one where he's driving with his daughters through the countryside, northern New York, and that song by The Who comes on? He starts singing along to it, and he's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah.
And then the song ends, and then he's like, "Geese, look at the geese."
Yeah. Oh man, that show gave me the biggest anxiety attack when the girl was like walking around on the roof, and he's like, "Hey, can you get down from there?" She was like, "No, it's fine. I can be up here because I don't want to die. You can't be up here because you want to die." And then she's like leaning over it and being all like precarious. And she's like, "Oh, bitch, if you don't get down from there." Like, I wanted to fast forward so bad.
I remember nothing.
Oh, so. I remember nothing. Okay.
Yeah, we were watching Billy on the Street the other night, which is actually pretty fucking funny.
It is.
And there was just a woman that had missing teeth and was clearly on a lot of drugs for a very long time.
It looked like her husband, and I always like seeing old interracial couples because they started when like it meant something.
Yeah.
So like,
they fought. They used their love to fight.
Dude, on a date,
equality.
Someone yelled some crazy shit at them.
Now it's just a trend.
Several times. Well, I don't think if it's a trend. It's just it's acceptable by society now. I've included that. I'm finally. But like, I don't know. So, but he's like so protective of her, and like not and, like she's so like deferential to all of his answers, even though she's right on like half the questions. Like the first question is like, which board game did they turn into a movie? And one of the answers was Steal the Bacon, which was like a joke answer. The guy was like, "It's Steal the Bacon." She's like, "I think it's Battleship." And she's right. And then they got it wrong. And then later when they're talking, he asks her what she thinks. She goes, "I remember nothing."
I want to see a Monopoly movie.
Wolf of Wall Street?
Just a bunch of family. It would just be a domestic violence movie.
Wait, why is that Monopoly?
You ever play Monopoly with your family?
No. I'm
Because
an only child.
it gets violent.
Well, we didn't have Monopoly, but they still beat me. So
The games would last for like 3 or 4 days. Me and my dad would play.
that's insane.
Like,
See,
put
you
away the
are
board?
Jewish. You guys are incredible with money. Monopoly lasted 4 days? I thought it was like a 3-hour game.
No, it's a month-long experience.
What'd you name your hotel chains?
I don't think you can do that.
You can do anything. It's Monopoly.
Yeah, but it's not part of the game.
Yeah, but it's part of, like...
You
life.
can, you could name that couch Bethany. That just makes you fucking weird.
Hello, Bethany. You've eaten my ass quite often. Did you know Bethany has 2 clits? And when you press on it, the legs kick out like a recliner. Bethany's a bad bitch.
Yeah,
so what'd you name your hotel
you're not
chain?
helping your case.
Bethany, would you like to know what he named his hotel chain?
I think my dad just kept monopolizing and would just take all my money, and I'd flip out and like throw the board.
So what you're saying is you're violent when you play Monopoly. It gets violent. So what happened?
I guess he would beat me
get
after. He didn't beat me during the game.
Was it more self-defense?
I think most crimes are.
No. Well, kind of.
Jeffrey Epstein was definitely
Self-defense. Have you seen him? As a little
Look,
kid,
I believe in
shit
guns
out
for self-defense in case someone hurts my feelings.
Can we talk about, so in like cybercrime, when people like hack into shit, oftentimes, and in movies, they're given like a pardon to work for the good guys. And they call it black hat, I think. But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where they pay the bad guys to do good guy stuff.
Yeah, there's a show about that called White Collar. That's kind of interesting. But
Perfect.
it gets kind of old, and then you're like, I get the gist.
Yeah, so I feel like, why don't we do that with famous sex traffickers? And have them work with adoption agencies. Like, one of them's getting kids in homes, one of them is not.
That would not be helping the problem.
The problem is...
Very profitable, though.
No, they don't have to sell the kids. They're like, if you had someone that was amazing at selling, like, purebred dogs, and they're like, all right, now, as your punishment for running this puppy mill is just crushing it, you have to go work at the pet shelter, and you got to help them adopt these used dogs. And then he just crushes it with used dogs because he knows how to sell new dogs. So, like, kids. He's not selling them for fucking now, he's selling them for loving. So he can tell which ones are the kid fucker ones and be like, no, don't give the kid to that one. I'll sell him one.
So he's going from Chinese kids to white kids.
I think it's a pretty equal opportunity black market for kids. I think all of the races.
There's more Chinese people.
Are there? I only listen to what Ashton Kutcher has to say about sex trafficking. I love that 70s show, and then, you know.
There's signs all over LA that's like, sex trafficking is everywhere. And their signs are everywhere. Which is ironic because it's on a sign.
But there's never a number,
see it.
You know?
I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know anyone who's
been sex trafficked.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either. But I don't talk to a lot of kids. You know?
Well, at least one of us.
It's good.
No, they usually get out when they're like in their 20s.
Oh, I bet we do know some like former, like, there has to be a comedian that was sex trafficked.
Any hooker is potentially just.
Do you think that's what people are talking about when they're saying the traffic in LA is terrible?
It takes 45 minutes to get a 9-year-old over here.
Best thing about the
I'm out of
coronavirus,
alcohol.
it got rid of all of the traffic.
Yeah, honestly, I'm learning to cope with what's going on.
Yeah, it's fine.
There's no traffic.
No one's buying any ice cream at the store.
In-N-Out
you
is
can
still
get
open.
Fresh ice cream whenever you want. Can you believe that? No one's buying ice cream?
All right, this is made with isopropyl alcohol. We can't get drunk off this.
No, I have booze in the freezer.
I'm just saying, like, worst case scenario.
No. Look how small that is. It wouldn't even be a shot.
That's what she said.
Who's doing shots of penis?
Come.
Oh.
You haven't seen those videos?
No.
It's a whole category.
Everything's a category.
A comic said this on stage, how there's no category where the family dog is watching. And I thought that was hilarious. Have you heard that?
No,
I don't remember what the joke was. Because my dog,
I sent a video on a meme
Pablo,
chat.
always is watching. Yeah, so my brand new computer just froze the thing. I mean, we are recording on photo booth, I guess. This is as low quality as it gets with it's just enough effort to get by.
It's better than going on Instagram Live. Oh, we should be sitting further away for social distancing.
Yeah.
We can't publish
I
this.
feel uncomfortable about this whole episode now.
I just want to stare into the camera.
All right. We'll see you next time. Stay safe.